Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Wrestling Challenge Review Series. This is the Wrestling Challenge Review Series for the 17th of March 1991. And again, these are really vintage programs. Of course, we're talking 31 years ago now, and back when wrestling was decent. I mean, I can't even imagine. Obviously, I would love to see the 40s through the 70s when television was much less prevalent. But obviously, we don't have a lot of 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s footage. But by far, the 80s and 90s truly is the glory days of professional wrestling, and anything beyond that is just kind of really sad in a lot of ways. Anyway, Gorilla Monsoon, Bobby Heenan are hosting the show, including Gene Okerlund conducting an interview with the World Champion Sergeant Slaughter, and General Adnan, including special report segment featuring the feud between Ted DiBiase and Virgil, also including a vignette promoting the return of Ricky Steamboat with him breathing fire. Jimmy Hart presents the Mountie against Bobby Burke, and actually, before that, we have a Jim Duggan match. Keith Stillborn, 143, gets beat with a running clothesline. Duggan hits some punches, tosses the man to the outside, body slam back on the inside, and the clothesline, as it were. Certainly not a huge deal. Duggan, honestly, after about 1990, maybe, really, that 91, 92 run and 93 for Duggan, he's really without major feuds. I think professionally the run in with the Sheik in 87 hurt him, and he was never viewed quite the same again. Obviously, the miscommunication between Ted DiBiase and Virgil is a pretty big thing. Obviously, the Bobby Burke and Mountie match, obviously the Jimmy Hart being the one to promote that, or promote the Mountie, that is. Anyway, Mountie punch kick, very basic stuff. Mountie kicking his man along around, and pretty simple stuff there. We see the Mountie using a modified choke slam, using a beautiful drop kick. Of course, the Mountie is Jacques Rougeau, former Rougeau brothers teammate, and I guess co-contributor to his brother, and obviously that's where that goes. Choke slam and a modified nerve hold and other basic maneuvers from the Mountie, getting him a victory there. We see a upcoming hype video for the British Bulldog and the Warlord going at it. Bulldog coming back in 1991, basically saying that he will not be stopped by the Warlord, and he is one of the most powerful individuals. Obviously, the hype here is mainly for WrestleMania 7 and all the matches surrounding that general area. We go back to Squash Matchville here. The Rockers against John Allen and Dale Wolf. Dale Wolf, otherwise known as Dusty Wolf. Rockers basically have a run through the end of 1991. Around October, November is when they begin to split. And obviously the official split doesn't take place till January, but that angle begins. Allen coming off, hitting a couple of shots. Shawn Michaels sending his man over out to the outside. Jannetty, is kind of a wallflower next to Michaels even at this time. Michaels hits a couple of punches, the double fist drop, rocker dropper, and the Rockers get the victory. They are going into the idea of being the tag team that's really a major force. Sergeant Slaughter promises to eradicate Hulk Hogan. Then we see, going back into things, a Greg Valentine and Brooklyn Brawler Steve Lombardi match. Valentine punch kick. The Valentine had been turned on by Jimmy Hart a few weeks earlier at the Madison Square Garden show. Valentine sends the Brooklyn Brawler, a.k.a. Steve Lombardi, into the steel post and a modified suplex, hammer shots, and the hammer, Greg Valentine gets a submission victory in under 3 minutes with the figure four leg lock. Him working as a babyface doesn't really work. Also, Earthquake jumps him post match, and obviously the officials try to break things up. Bobby Heenan gets Mr. Perfect ready for the Big Boss Man at WrestleMania 7, and needless to say, Perfect saying that he is not the least bit worried about the Big Boss Man. Heenan's feud with the Boss Man running since late 1990. Originally was going to be Rick Rude and the Boss Man, but that doesn't come together because Rude leaves around that time. Hulk Hogan promises to be a, I believe, four-time WWF champion at this point, and ultimately that manages to be there. Randy Savage hyping for the career match, probably the best match of the Ultimate Warrior's career at the time, promising to eradicate all of that, and that's there. We move forward into the Undertaker and Jimmy Snuka being announced. Pretty basic things there. Then we move to the next in the series of squash matches. This time, the Barbarian, managed by Bobby Heenan and Haku. Their tag team going to take on the Rockers in the opener at WrestleMania 7, which actually is a match that is much better than it had any real right to be. But at the time, no one would have guessed that that's the way it was going to go. Haku and the Barbarian with Bobby Heenan defeating Kevin Green, not the football player, and Scotty Williams, 250. Barbarian pins William with a boot to the face. Haku basically keeps things going in a more, I won't say mild manner, but a more subdued, maybe, I don't know, manner, going forward. And then obviously the boot to the face by the Barbarian is your finish. They again plug upcoming WrestleMania matches, and we will close on that note. We'll be back with more right after this.